And this is your weekly tarot reading for March 4th. Can you believe that? We're in March already. Just went so fast. Felt like I was just getting ready for the holidays last week. I'll tell you what. Let's see where you guys sit compared to our Aries reading. They're always similar in some way, a little bit, I think. Hello. All right, here we go. Ooh, the Lover's card comes out first. Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, 5 of Coins, the Empress. Just notice that is 4 out of 5 majors. I still consider an Ace of Wands majors because they're kind of a pivot point and a kind of a trump card. So Taurus has a little tension going on right now. Avoiding a conflict is the name of the game. There's also, some messages for you here about duality. You have the Lover's card, Ace of Wands, Hierophant, 5 of Coins, and the Empress on your back row. The Lovers being about finding your way in duality. The Ace of Wands being fully capable. The Hierophant, what drives you? So the Hierophant was a card that I had a really hard time coming into relationship with and understanding for a really long time. And lately, I've come to equate it a little bit with, trauma. Not so much trauma, but as programs, right? So when I did a lot of coaching with PSI seminars, we talked a lot about programs, what runs you. Like it's the little child that the father left or the mother left, abandonment, whatever these issues are that run in the back of our head that we don't even know are present. Now, this doesn't have to be something someone else put there. It doesn't have to be anything that related to trauma even really, but it is the things that run us. So let's say perhaps in my local community, there's a lot of LDS families and a lot of belief systems around the Mormon belief system. So that is a structure, right? And so it puts these parameters in your head of how to measure, what to measure things against. And when that changes, when our ideas change, our minds expand, and we look at things differently, we still measure it against that standard, right or wrong, how we feel and think about it, regardless. This may be childhood, it may be the book that we've read and something that tells us how things are supposed to be done. Sorry, my grammar goes crazy right out the door when I start channeling. I often wonder, I don't ever read my videos, listen to my videos. See, I don't read my videos. That's usually a sign of a migraine coming too. Anyways, so the Hierophant, skip all that. The Hierophant is about what runs us. I've read books in the past where, I did what I was told in the books, but then come to find out I was doing things right my own way anyways. So the Hierophant is about what runs you. So in this back row here, we have duality. We have the Lover's card, which is us finding our balance. We have the Ace of Wands, which is ability, capability, and potential. We have the Hierophant about what runs us. And then we have this beautiful look at how we're going to nurture things moving forward, which is the Empress, which is control. So if you look at that in a sentence, you're coming out of this duality, leaning fully into your capability, understanding what runs you, what drives you. And the end result here is the Empress. But there's this question about how I bring this idea into 3D. Isn't that crazy? That's a beautiful way to look at that. So ultimately, I do see this internal struggle. We have the High Priestess here. So your intuition is firing left and right now, Taurus. You've got the 3 of Swords. You're not quite sure how to communicate it yet, or with yourself. There's a lot of things that you're worried about balance. If you'll notice again, we have the little balance here, ideas. How do I bring my ideas into fruition? Now, I will say though that some of this energy for you has felt a little edgy. What I mean by that is when your boundaries are pushed and that tension kicks in, you kind of want to lash out. And there might even be fights that are going on around you that you're having a hard time navigating with and falling back into old patterns, because we see immaturity here with these pages. So we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have this Knight of Swords. This is what we say, how we behave. So, it might even feel like PMS a little bit back and forth. And what is the tension about? There does seem to be some stress that has to do with deadlines. It might be overcommitment, although I don't see it. I am seeing things moving forward for you into a place of celebration. We have the 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. You just don't know how to make it work for you yet. It's interesting to me that this back row has so much power in it, because in the following cards, it's almost as if we forget that moment. So these cards are here to remind you to trust your intuition, find your balance. Like ultimately, when we regress a little bit and slip into these old behaviors, it's just a moment. It's just a gauge and a measure to remind you where you're at. It's not a constant state, but it's a practice of moving back into it. Like I said, this tension and these communication styles, these old practices are kind of falling away here. I am seeing some travel, Six of Cups, so maybe there's a vacation coming up for you soon. Knight of Wands, there might be some new beginnings for you at work, or possibly a promotion, which I like very much. Avoiding the fight is pretty much what you're trying to do. Like there's fights going on around you, groups, people talking, and you just kind of want to stay out of it. Just saying. Let's pull some cards from Mystic Dreamer while I shuffle. I will tell you about some things that are going on my website. If you want to join me on Tuesday nights, there is a Zoom class called It's a Magical Life. And it's about all of the tools, processes, belief systems, mechanisms. If you want to learn how to sage and clear your house, how to meditate, you want to study some tarot. It's a group-led class, goes on for the year. It's a subscription base. It's $11 per session. You join a group of people, and you can stay for one or subscribe and hang out throughout the year and let your process grow and get really dedicated to your spiritual practice, whatever that may be, and get in alignment and fine tune them a little bit if you want to join me there. Also, my retreat's coming up in the end of March 18th, welcoming in spring. It's called Remind. You can see some posts. There's a link in my bio to it if you want to check it out. It's a 3-day women retreat. We're going to be by the bonfire, food, qigong, singing bowls, drums, yoga, face painting, bonfire, fun, feasting. Check it out. All right, here we go, Taurus. This is you. 5 of Wands. Again, that fight. So is there a worry for you right now that you're going to come into conflict with someone? I'm seeing the Page of Cups, where you really wanted me, the one, to step out and ask for, you know, a parlay, or be able to say, hey, can we stop the fuckery a little bit? Sorry. But I do see, sorry, this conflict. I gotta remember, I don't care. I'm not going to apologize for that. Anyway, so you're trying to avoid repetition of things that happened in the past. You've got this 8 of Pentacles, which talks about repetition and redundancy. So you don't want to start these arguments. You want to be the one to mend them. However, you're not sure that your apology will be well received. And that's why you're kind of in this waiting place right now. You've got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. And so you do have the Death card, which is transformation. You want these things to change. You're highly committed to integrity and doing what you say you're going to do. That's here in the 4 of Wands. And Temperance is here. Like, this is an intense balance that's here for you. You're like required to come from a place of intense focus in order to get these things to come into balance. But don't expect things to shift directly right now. We have the Hangman, which indicates things are on like maybe hit a plateau, or you've come to a place of stagnation. Sometimes stagnation isn't really stagnation. It gives the universe time to move things out of the way, or things that are under the surface to grow. Remember, a seed needs privacy and darkness to grow. So sometimes things are popping even though you can't see them. We really want to pick at them, and we want to know where to go. But just trust that things are perfectly in alignment right now. I do worry about a person in your environment. We do have the Devil card. So you're kind of playing with someone who's not telling you the truth. Either that, or there's someone who's using substances that's got you worried right now. So the Devil card tells us that you don't trust that what they're playing with. And just trust also with the Hermit besides it. Tells us that these things that you're looking at will come to light. The Hermit has to do with evidence, not only just about being in isolation as if I'm by myself on an island, right? The Hermit doesn't mean that you're a monk and you're isolated. It also can mean that you are in this place of, you know, retrieving information and gathering data. So let me see here. 6 of Wands is recognition. If you wait this out, you're going to be recognized as having patience and due diligence. Just remember that. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a little faith. Maintain your balance. I like it. The Sun card is also in play. That's a congruency one between your general and your moon reading. So you have the Sun card, which talks about being in the limelight, being your true self, and enjoying yourself. Don't worry too much about the Death card. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a really rough transformation. It just feels like things are in transformation. Yes, yes. Let's pull a card for you from the Divination of the Ancients. I'll read that one out for you. Please hang around, stick around with me, and like, subscribe, and share my YouTube if you want to see the pictures in picture. That's where I really love your company, Instagram. To book your one-on-one, visit karmaondeck.com if you want to get an in-depth reading for some of these subjects we just brought to light. And let's put these on and see what I can see. All right. Left, middle, or right? Left it is. Affirmation. So Wishbone. Wishbone. Affirmation. I really like these. I'm not going to study them enough to remember them because I do tarot, but angel cards, oracle, whatever. So Wishbone represents affirmation, and it says this card marks new life, whether it comes in the form of a long-awaited baby, a new venture, or a great change for the better. It signals the perfect time to birth new ideas and restart projects that have been stuck in the pipeline. This is a very fertile time for you, so get your creative juices flowing and focus on all you would like to bring about. Keep your thoughts positive and see the best in and for yourself. To ensure the magic of the wishbone, bless your hopes for a new life. Say daily affirmations for all that you wish for and all you desire to be. Did you think to ask? I think we sit and wait patiently sometimes for the universe to deliver, but we aren't very specific. I just want to be happy. The time is right and your success is assured, so breathe renewed energy into all that has been waiting to come into fruition. Your incantation for the week is, I'll start right now with no delay. Creativity is the way. It's projects new. I hold no doubt success for me will come about. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll catch you on the flip side. Like I said, like, subscribe, share. Tell me how you feel